actually have done my first pregnancy test a few months ago. I've never done a pregnancy test before. It's very exciting. What I realised is that pregnancy tests should have 3 outcomes. Pregnant, not pregnant, and food baby. And I was really gutted because, mine was the latter, and it's quite gutting because, abortion is so much easier than a diet, isn't it? It really is. And I'm Irish. What I've noticed is that people that have these different political opinions, like some people, I saw one guy on Facebook, he said, I'm anti-immigration and anti-abortion. And I was like, you can't be both, right? Because anti-immigration, you don't want any more people coming into your country. Anti-abortion, you're getting more people coming into your country. Make up your mind. You can either be racist or sexist, you can't be both. Unless you're Donald Trump. I don't actually think Donald Trump's that bad, right? And I come from a Muslim family. My dad is Muslim. He's quite a liberal Muslim. He celebrated the end of Ramadan with a bacon sandwich. But I don't think Donald Trump's that bad. I do think he could actually benefit from Islamic culture, because if anyone needs to cover their hair and cover their face, it's Donald Trump, isn't it? I spoke to my dad about the burqa and covering your face, and he said it's actually done to protect women from men getting turned on by their beauty, which could explain why no one in Hull wears the burqa. I actually used to live in Saudi Arabia. The reason I was there is because my dad had a job there working with oil. He was a chef. And a lot of people... people think that Saudi Arabia is a very backward-thinking country, but I actually think they're quite forward-thinking. For example, in Saudi Arabia, getting stoned is legal. I'm trying to stay away from... I'm trying to surround myself in positivity at the moment, so I've stopped watching the news. The news is very depressing. It's been quite harrowing for me to watch the news. And I was watching CBBC Newsround. I can't imagine what it's like for you guys, reading the proper stuff. I've got an American boyfriend and he didn't know what CBBC Newsround was, and I basically explained it to him like this. I was like, it's very similar to Fox News in that it's made accessible to people with a mental capacity of 8 to 10 years. I think we've got quite a segregation of political opinions in this country now. There's a lot of sort of collision with everyone, isn't there? We should do what Theresa May said. We should come together, and embrace people that have voted differently to us, because we're always saying we should embrace people with mental illness. I think coming together is a great goal. It's the top relationship goal in most relationships, coming together, isn't it? When I found out my boyfriend's parents were Republicans, for example, I was quite relieved. Like, I was quite happy, because that means they own a pub, isn't it? Yeah. Brexit has kind of ruined my life, though, to be honest. Because the other day I asked my boyfriend to hard Brexit me in bed, which turns out it's a new sexual move. It's where your partner exits you slowly and awkwardly. Whilst you call them a racist. I went out with a friend today for lunch, and It's a bit strange, right? Because this is going to sound really sort of like a humble brag, but this friend, she's like a little bit obsessed with me. No, she is, right, because whenever we go out, she just wants to talk about me. And then, like, the screensaver on her phone is a picture of me. And then I went round her house and there's just pictures of me everywhere. That's creepy, isn't it? I mean, I know she's my mum and everything, but it's creepy! I'm very close to my mother, though. We talk about relationships and things like that, and I always know when she's in a relationship because she gets quite a bad urinary tract infection. All the guys are looking at me like, urinary tract? Basically, the urinary tract is the bit on the vagina that you think is the clitoris. Thank you very much. I've been Zahra. Thanks for having me.